Hello, welcome to week 4, lesson 2, 7th graders. We are on topic 6, lesson 1 still, but we are moving on to page 294 to 296. As always, a quiz. So what is another name for an energy-rich substance made from the remains of organisms? Keyword here, when I say remains, I usually mean not living anymore. So, is it A, dinosaurs, B, renewable energy, C, fossil fuels, or D, renewable resources? And again, I'm looking for something that's dead that I can get energy from. What do you think that is? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to eliminate some answers. First one is dinosaurs. Super cool. Hate to eliminate dinosaurs, but I'm looking for an energy source. And while dinosaurs can be an energy source, it's more than just dinosaurs. All right, second one I'm going to eliminate is renewable because renewable means to use again. And if I'm looking for something that's dead, once I use it up, it's going to be gone. So it is not going to be renewable. So it's in between renewable energy, think about what I just said, and fossil fuels. Correct answer is C, fossil fuels. That's what we learned about last lesson. All right, we are going to go on with fossil fuels. Specifically, we're going to learn about oil and gas, which are a type of fossil fuel, just like coal was yesterday. But we're not talking about that type of gas. All right, let's start how oil forms. So, I have marine. When I say the word marine, I want you to think of water, oceans, ponds, lakes. That's the scientific word for water ecosystems, water habitats. So marine organisms like small shrimp and algae die and fall to the bottom of the ocean. Okay, these dead organisms build up on the bottom of the ocean. And these layers get trapped underground, these layers of dead marine organisms. And kind of just like coal, guys, there's a large amount of time, heat, pressure. These dead organisms become transformed or changed into oil, but we're going to give oil a more scientific name. We're going to start calling it petroleum. So petroleum is oil. Oil is petroleum. This is the same information from the last slide, but just a GIF to maybe help you look at it a different way. That blue stuff, that is all of our dead marine organisms. The arrows represent layers building up and pressure, and the little red squiggly lines represent heat. And as you see, after heat and pressure and tons of time, those organisms are transformed into oil. Remember, we're going to call oil petroleum because we're scientists. So what do we use petroleum for? Well, just like coal, we use it a lot in our daily lives. So we use it for fuels for planes, trains, cars, and ships. So it's a major source of fuel. We use grease. We use it for grease for gears so that it prevents the gears from getting too hot and breaking. And I mean gears in like ships and manufacturing. We use it to help make plastic, and we know that we all use plastic, probably too much plastic. We use it for fertilizers to help plants grow, so that's what fertilizer is. It's basically like extra plant food. And we use petroleum jelly. So petroleum jelly is made out of petroleum. Maybe you use the brand Vaseline. I know I have. Sometimes use it for babies to prevent diaper rash, or if your hands are really chapped or dry. But you also use petroleum jelly in cosmetics, medicine, and shampoo. So lots of uses in petroleum. Probably you could find 3 products that use petroleum in your bathroom right now. Let's look at the pros and cons of petroleum. Remember, pro is positive, con is negative. Let's start with the pro. So, petroleum has many uses, just like coal yesterday. We use it often in our daily lives. If you look at a picture I just put up, these are common products that have petroleum jelly as a main ingredient. Maybe you recognize some of them. Let's switch over to the con. It still creates pollution, even though we use it a lot. It still contributes to global warming. And you can have oil spills, and that can really harm marine or water ecosystems. Our next fossil fuel is natural gas. It is made the same way as oil, where you have organisms that die, and over time, heat and pressure, they get transformed into a new material. But this new material is a gas, not a liquid like oil. And as it gets formed, this gas will get trapped underneath the layers of Earth. So you need to drill it, or you kind of need to dig down in order to release this gas to be used. So one way that people are doing this is through fracking. And fracking uses pressure to break apart the layers of rock to reach the gas. It's like another way of drilling. But the issue is that it can cause cracks that can contaminate or pollute underground water supplies. So guys, the water that we drink is underneath the ground. We do not drink oceans. We drink fresh water underground. And if there's a crack from fracking, it can pollute our water. And once that's done, it's not really reversible once it's polluted. So just like coal, just like petroleum, there are going to be pros and cons of gas. And let's look at that. Let's look at pros. Let's be positive first. All right, so it actually produces less carbon dioxide than coal. So if you're comparing the two, it would be cleaner than coal. It's used for cooking. If you have a natural gas stove, some people prefer that way of cooking versus just an electric top. It is used for transportation, like buses. If you've ever seen the Blue City buses in Buffalo, they run on natural gas. So let's flip over to the con side. It creates pollution. It contributes to global warming. Even though it's cleaner, it's still doing pollution and still creating global warming. Fracking can ruin water supply, as we talked about in the last slide. And again, once that happens, you can't really fix that. All right, let's end with a quiz. What's another word for oil, or what's a more scientific word for oil? Is it A, petroleum, B, coal, C, nuclear energy, or D, natural gas? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's knock off some answers. Nuclear energy, I didn't talk about it yet, so if I didn't talk about it, that's the first one that you should eliminate. And natural gas, I just talked about, it's not oil, it's a gas. So correct answer is petroleum, or petroleum if you're less dramatic than me. Okay, guys, that is it for today. Swistowski, outski, and I will see you tomorrow.